This Alabama team can play with anybody in the Southeastern Conference, and that was proven tonight.
In front of a packed house at Coleman Coliseum, the Alabama fans had something to cheer about all night.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the Nate Oats Show, brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. I'm Chris Stewart, along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Coach, I guess this is, 3 straight weeks now where you don't win 2 ball games in a week, but you've got a legitimate excuse this time. We only played 1. So
it's true.
weather got in our way once.
We had been used to going 2-0 for a minute there, but yeah, we went 1-0 this week, so it's better than 1-1 for sure. But no, we'd have liked to have played that Texas game, but the weather's bad down there.
That's right.
You know, they're using the arena for a warming center, and they didn't want us to get stuck down there so that we could still play the Saturday game. So I think they made the right decision. We'll see if hopefully we can make the game up. I mean, when you get a team like we've got this year, you want to play as many games as you can. So
understandable.
Hopefully we can make one up at the end, but if not, we'll see. We just got to take care of business when they give us the games we can play.
Before we get into the highlights of the game that you did play, tell us about the pin there. Got a little different, little green mixed with the red.
That? It's the Coaches for Literacy, trying to get kids to read. You know, I had 3 of my own girls. I remember Lexi, I bribed her. If you read 50 books this summer, I'll take you to Cedar Point. It's like the big amusement park down in Ohio. So she got it done. So, you know, we're trying to do our part as coaches to get literacy so everybody can read. So we'll take the team into different elementaries and read to them. With COVID, obviously, stuff's different, but on a normal year, we'd take them in to read. So it's our way of helping literacy out.
It's one time green and crimson. We say, besides Christmas, it actually looks good. Let's get into the highlights where things were looking good for you in a big way against Georgia.
Yeah, Herb played great. I mean, you know, he came out, I think he had 19 in the first half. I mean, this was the first time he's looked like the Herb that he looked like a month ago. So I was really happy to see that. You know, he went 3 or 4 from 3. We had a lot of guys shoot the 3 well. So I think ended the game 18 of 30 as a team. I think we had 6 or 7 guys shoot 50% or above from 3. So Herb, and it's really good to see Herb's hard work in the summer, fall pay off. I mean, he goes 3 or 4 from 3. He looks more aggressive. He's coming downhill. Our offense looked a lot better with him playing that way.
No hesitation. Then you got Shaq, who, by the way, is still pretty good shooting the 3 ball as well.
Yeah, and he had struggled a little bit for a minute there, even though he was pretty aggressive downhill getting the rim, but he came out and shot it well. I think he ended the game 2 for 3, so it's good to see him shooting it well. But, you know, we scored 115 points, and not one kid took more than 9 shots, which is crazy. So, really good balance.
Here's another one. Josh Primo didn't have a point in this game, I don't think, Coach, for the first,
his first
25
bucket.
minutes?
No, that was his first basket. 13 minutes and 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
Left in the half, and then he scored 19 in the next, 10 minutes or so. So, I mean, obviously he can catch fire and go for a lot in a hurry. So he scored about 19 in about 10 minutes, if I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure I am.
You are. And then JQ,
awfully
good as well.
Yeah, he was good. You know, he shot it well. I think, if you look at his numbers over the last 4 or 5 games, man, he's really been shooting it well. I think he's 4 or 4 that game. So, you know, a lot of guys shooting it well. Ball moved a lot better. You know, JQ had it moving. You know, and he's been looking really good in practice too. So, hopefully we can get him rolling down the stretch here. But yeah, shoot, Darius Miles came in.
I know what's coming.
Yeah, we all do. He got robbed. Should have been number 1 on SportsCenter.
Should have been an and 1, and it should have been number 1.
100%. I mean, shoot, they could have gone to the monitor to see if it was intentional.
Night.
But yeah, that was a pretty nice dunk. The crowd reactions up at, I mean, the team's going nuts, which I love. The crowd was going nuts. That was a nice dunk.
It was pretty special indeed, as was the team performance. That's a ball game at halftime, Coach. You're only up 13 and then just total domination in the second.
Yeah, I mean, when you shoot it well and you move the ball well like we did, you know, look, I mean, defensively we weren't great. We gave up 44 in the second half, but you still win by that margin. We'd been saying our defense has been carrying us, so it was nice to get the offense back. So if we can get both sides of the ball playing really well for 40 minutes, I think we get a chance to be pretty dangerous.
Let's go all access again on that victory for the Tide over Georgia.
Nice kick in the corner. Herb, 3-ball bottom.
Alex Reese cans the first triple. A
triple is good, and it's Keon Ellis.
Free throw line, Herb kicks it left corner. Petty all alone 3, and I'll take my chances with that. Shot clock under 10. JP at 8, driving down the lane at 6 to the bucket, off the glass and in. Into the front court, down the lane. Shot blocked from behind by Herb.
Javon Quinterly drains it.
Look, gets into the lane. Flip shot is good with the right hand.
Out to the top, Shackelford finds him.
Survey the floor, now he'll drive. Goes with the right hand all the way to the rim and lays it up and in for 2. Primo, 3, bottom.
Oh my goodness!
Miles drives in. Oh, mercy!
Oh, my goodness.
Threw it home.
Hard to believe we're as close as we are to the end of the regular season. Next week will be our final show here, Coach. And normally we would do highlights of the second game of the week. Don't have them, but it gives us a chance to take a little breath and look back at what has already been a terrific year and kind of go some of the top plays of the season so far.
Did you choose these?
I had nothing to do with it, as usual.
That block's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be some Herb Jones highlights on this thing, otherwise.
This is very much like it is in my household. I get no vote whatsoever, but enjoy what's taking place.
Lonnie with the dunk on the 7-footer. We on SAR. I guess we got another dunk on a 7-footer somewhere in here.
I would think so.
The alley-oop, that was a good run. That kind of got us going, that game right there. There it is.
Yes.
7-3. A couple dunks on 7-footers. Lonnie and Ambrose both. And he put it on them.
You didn't coach that? You just happened?
Yeah, that's not a whole lot of coaching involved in that one.
So
my guess is this is not the only dunk from Keon Ellis on this highlight.
I think you're probably correct. Again, your team shoots it so well from
there we
the
go.
arc.
This is the one.
A little extra bounce right there. Get back though, Keon.
Get back on D. The Euro with the dunk was pretty nasty.
That was pretty good. I would have been shocked if we didn't have some threes in there, Coach, because you've had a bunch.
What are we going to put all of his in this game? Yeah, he went nuts in this game.
It's only a 30-minute show, Coach. I don't know if we can get all 8 in.
What was he, 8 for 9 or 8 for 10 or something crazy?
Yeah,
Herb's dunk, that was nice.
That'll work.
Herb's got another dunk coming up here, I guess. Maybe the Auburn one with the one hand over. Somebody.
I think this.
There.
But only number 2, much like SportsCenter, only number 2 on our list.
Yeah,
and that's one B.
That was nasty. If this is your second, one's got to be pretty good.
Well, you got to go seniority.
Yeah.
You got to go seniority. And the old man, Grandpa Jones, gets the.
I think both those were and ones, to be honest with you, Chris.
I agree.
Neither got a call, but that's all right. You got the 2 points on them both.
Not shocking. Pretty special. Some of the top plays of the year. The nice thing is you could have gone a lot longer on that list and had no argument too.
I mean the athleticism and getting up and down, guys having fun. Yeah. It's fun. The guys have fun. And the reactions on the bench during all those plays were great too. Like the guys are having fun with each other and enjoy playing with each other.
Herb Jones finishes at the top of the top plays list. Could be at the top of the list for Player of the Year. We'll talk about that when the Nate Oats Show, brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment, continues.
Herbert Jones, top 3 on Alabama in virtually every relevant statistical category.
I mean, best defensive player, to be honest, I'd rather win that award more so than the Player of the Year. It's not too many offensive-minded teams that win championships.
He's a winner.
But I feel like the defensive-minded teams win championships most of the time.
Blocked by Herbert Jones.
It's my part to anchor the defense.
Rejected by Herbert Jones. What a block.
Our fans know what a warrior that kid is.
And I just took pride in that because a lot of people don't like doing it, and I feel like that would set me apart from a lot of people.
possessions by Herb Jones.
He don't really care. He just wants to win.
You were talking about Herb Jones, and I don't care what he scores. That kid brings it.
The highlights are obvious, but the icing on the cake or the cake itself, that's a kid that's an honor roll student, Coach. That's a pretty special individual.
I mean, he's just a high-character kid that plays really hard. I mean, he's blessed with a lot of length and athleticism, but there's a lot of guys that have that don't do near what he's doing with it. I mean, he's bought into the team, bought into doing whatever it takes to win. I mean, a lot of guys would have sat out with his injuries. He didn't want to ever sit out. He wants to play every chance he gets. He wants to help his team win. You know, his deflections, his blocks, his rebounds, just everything. And it's great to see his offensive game grow. But, I mean, down deep, this kid's like the ultimate glue guy. Whatever it takes to get his team a win, that's what he's about. So he's been a joy to coach. I was fortunate I walked in here. He had 2 years left, to be honest with you, because he's really helped us get this thing off the ground and running.
And hasn't stayed completely healthy, but healthier than he was the first couple of years of his career, which has helped his development obviously as well.
Yeah, he hasn't had to miss a long period, you know, no broken wrist, none of that. I mean, he had the dislocated finger at Kentucky, and obviously he's dealing with the back, you know, glute bruise that's caused him to play at 50% or whatever for a few weeks. But he's getting back to where he's healthy, shooting 80, 90% now, moving better. And man, I hope he's got a long career as a pro because he deserves it.
Have you ever seen a guy, or have you ever had a guy that could play the 5 all the way through to the 1 the way he does?
No, not the way he does it. Because he's really a 6'8" point guard. I mean, the way he passes, handles, and all that, but you haven't guarded anybody. I mean, you go small and put him on the 5, he's all right doing that. He's just tough. He's a winner. I mean, that's the bottom line. If there's one word to describe him, he's a winner.
If he was flashier, his nickname would be Magic at 6'8" and a point guard, but he's not flashy enough for that. He just, the hard hat guy.
Yeah, he is a hard, I mean, he's all the blue collar stuff. I mean, he's by far and away our blue collar guy. So we're happy to have him. We're going to, you know, and his leadership's been great. All those seniors, you know, him and Petty, Reese, those guys that have been here for a while. I had Bruner in, like, it's great, and he's right in the middle of all that leadership that's really helped this team be great this year.
Saw you on Scott Van Pelt's show this week. Social media's been following you for a while, though, Coach. Let's see what the chatter is this week. How about Jasmine Walker at 41 for the Crimson Tide? Congratulations to her.
She can hoop. I've been to some girls' games. I love her game. She you know, yeah.
She'd fit in, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Shooting it the way she does.
She plays well. She shoots the 3. She drives it. She's long. She's athletic. I'm a big fan of hers.
By the way, the T-shirts featuring your slogan there on Coaches versus Cancer Week, 4th in the country.
It's nice.
In sales. It's pretty good.
That's awesome. You know, Crystal kind of spearheaded that with her cancer bout. So thanks to all the Bama Nation. Thanks to all the Roll Tide fans that bought one. That's awesome to see.
What else we got here? Best 3-point shooter in program history. Not a shot. John Petty getting it done. Sticking around for 4 years.
He broke a lot of records. Single game, 3 points attempted. Right? Yeah, I don't know what 3-point record he doesn't have here. If you can let me know, we'll try to make sure he gets that one taken care of before he leaves.
We'll work that out. Cecil.
Highest scoring game in 49 years. Wow. Most ever scored in an SEC game. Well, I knew that, the second part of it. 49 years is a long time.
It is a long time. Sheesh. Well put from the SEC Network. I think that's Latin for good grief.
Yeah, that was nasty. It's number 2 on SportsCenter. Yeah. I would have voted number 1 that night, but that's all right. Frame it.
Put it in the Louvre.
Yeah, I like it. He should probably get that framed. If that was me, I'd have that framed on my wall. I know that.
Herb saying, "In no way, it's only 2."
Yeah, I'm with him, right? That should have been 1 that night.
That's right.
They had some hockey deal. I didn't appreciate the hockey, the number 1 on the hockey thing that night.
All right, so Herb, a candidate for both the midseason Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. By the way, he's only one of only 6 on both of those lists, Coach.
Yeah, I was going to ask how many were on both lists.
Yeah.
I mean, his offensive numbers aren't ridiculous. Like, based on his offensive numbers, he's not going to win Player of the Year. But when you put everything together and how much we're winning, like, he should be in the conversation. I think he's the best 2-way player in the country.
We were shocked thinking that was just his his first 21-point game. It was a career high for him the other night against Georgia. It's crazy.
I agree. I would think he'd had more than that, but because he's more capable. Jeff Allen, I didn't realize he tweeted. And Clark is big time. He is
indeed.
I mean, Herb's over in that pool every morning. He's done everything to get him loose and ready to go. So,
Aaron Torres with Kentucky Sports Radio, a big Bama basketball observer.
Well, he got the points wrong. We did at 115, but that's all right.
His heart was in the right place.
Yeah. Well, shoot. I mean, if we're going to score 115 after I get on with him, we can get on with him every week if he wants.
Make it a regular appearance. March
Madness
coming up.
What do they have? A 7th in that deal?
2 seed in Gonzaga's bracket.
I don't know if I like being in Gonzaga's bracket.
They wouldn't like that either, though, Coach.
Yeah, that's true. But we got to try to move ourselves up a little bit here.
Nice to be in that conversation, though, Coach. I've been around a long time, and a lot of first 4 out, first 4 in conversation. So 1 or 2 seed is a nice spot to be in right now.
Joe Lunardi, very much he knows what he's talking about usually.
He does.
So we got to win out would be my guess. If we win out, we might get it.
Win out the rest of the way, you win it all regardless of where the seeding is.
Well, shoot, yeah, that's true.
You know.
I was thinking about win out through the NCAA tournament.
Then
let's see what we can do once we get there.
I knew what you meant. We got a lot of games to win first before we get there. We got another game to play, though, when we come back.
Uh-oh.
It's always fun right here on the Nate Oats Show. All right, Coach, this is the billboard that greeted you and your team. It was a rotating billboard.
Was that after the Oklahoma game?
I think it was. It's either after Oklahoma or Mizzou.
Yeah, I think it was Oklahoma. We needed to rebound the ball better.
Need to rebound the ball better.
He was right. Whoever put him up, we did. So, and we rebounded the ball better after that. Then he gave us our props. I like the fact that he's invested in our program to pay for some billboards to motivate the guys a little bit.
So those were real billboards. The question for you is the ones we're going to show you next.
This is a game?
Are those billboards? Rate that billboard. And if I make a 4-point line,
I like that.
Would you be in favor of that?
We got some 4-point shooters. We got one in our practice gym. Yeah, I'd go for it.
That would be frightening. How about manager games?
COVID screwed up way too much stuff. I used to play in the manager games at Buffalo. I'd get out there and hoop with our guys a little bit. So we need to bring those back. That'd keep me in shape a little bit. 4 SEC
Player of the Year.
Yeah, I like that. I think he should get it. We're in first place. He's doing everything he can. I like that. Or give him Defensive Player and Petty Player of the Year, one of the two.
How about Alex Reese should change his hair to crimson? Is that a billboard you'd be in favor of?
No.
Okay.
I mean, look, if he wants to be Dennis Rodman and he's going to rebound like Rodman, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But I think he's looking sharp right now with his hair, the way it's looking. He took the blonde out of it. He's looking good. He's a sharp-looking young man.
Clark Coulter, not altering his hair color either. Is he the best trainer in the NCAA?
Yes.
Of course he is.
Yes, he is. I would agree with that billboard right there.
Okay.
Hodgson can't dunk. I don't know if he can still, but he used to be able to. I saw him do it at Buffalo. My guess would be that's true right now, but I don't know. He's been working out hard for the last 5-6 months. He might be able to dunk again.
He's just clearing people out and then laying it in.
He definitely can rebound, that's for sure. Adam and Alex, that is 100% accurate. Those two are the best.
Okay.
I mean, I brought Adam with me, and then one of the best things, I kept Petway, I kept Alex. They're really good.
That's the combo. That's the winning ticket right there.
Greg Byrne
is the Herb Jones of ADs.
What
does it all.
He does do it all. He's been great to work for. What's his nickname? The Ninja? Is that right?
Wow.
The Ninja. He operates in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought you under the cloak of darkness.
Get the Nate Oats Show an Emmy Award.
Yeah.
I like it. Aaron Hepp deserves some recognition. So give him an Emmy.
No argument here. No argument here. All right, when we come back, we will flip the script and we will check out what lies ahead for the Crimson Tide this week. Stay with us here on the Nate Oats Show. Another big week in SEC play, chance to do something really special for your team if you can get a couple of wins.
Yeah, 2 more wins, we clinch at least a share. So Vanderbilt, you know, they're good. They beat us here last year. They shoot. They're dangerous because they shoot so many threes and they're more than capable of making them. So if we let them get a bunch off and they make them, we're in trouble. So we come out, play defense, you know, offensively. Let's keep the ball moving. But it's gonna be a good game. And I think Coach Stackhouse does a really good job. They play a lot of NBA sets, tons of sets, more sets than probably anybody in the league, and they do a really good job offensively. So we got to be on our game on the defensive end.
So that's at home on Saturday, and then the midweek game is going to be in Fayetteville against an Arkansas team that right now is in second place in the league.
Yeah, I think, what are they, 7 games in a row in the SEC too, if I'm correct. So they're playing, I don't think they've lost since we beat them, and that was a long time ago. So they lost the Big 12 deal, but in the SEC play. So they're playing well. I mean, they've got talent. You know, he does a really good job. They're playing, I think they're top 30 offense and defense, just like we are. You know, they got both sides of the ball going at a high level. These are 2 really good games. And obviously on the road at Arkansas is going to be really tough for us.
Always appreciate the time. Good luck to you, Coach. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week here on the Nate Oats Show.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.